People have always believed that aging is linear. But what if I told you that you could actually slow it down and maybe even reverse it? There is actually reason to believe that this is absolutely possible. And in this video, I'm going to share 12 simple things that you can do at home to turn back the clock starting today. If we haven't met, I'm Seth. I'm an ER doc, special ops veteran, and father of four, and I've been studying human performance and health optimization for over 20 years. Basically, that just means I'm a huge nerd who has no friends. But that's okay, because what I do have is a unique ability to do things like this. Now that you see my real value, let's jump straight into it. Starting at number 12 and working our way to the most important at number 1. Point number 12, cognitive challenge. Your brain ages faster when life gets predictable. When every day feels the same, your neurons get lazy, connections weaken, plasticity fades, and memory slips. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you stop training it, it atrophies. It basically disintegrates. When I was overseas as a special agent, constant novelty, like new languages, new environments, they kept me sharp. But once I settled into this more normal life, I noticed the difference really fast. Challenge sparks growth. Studies show that new learning increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, the protein that keeps your brain young. You don't need puzzles or apps. You just need new skills and environments, or even a new route to work. 5 minutes of deliberate novelty each day can keep your brain adaptable for decades. Point number 11, cold and heat exposure. Cold plunges and saunas are like controlled chaos for your cells. They stress your body just enough to wake up ancient repair mechanisms, boosting mitochondria, improving circulation, and building resilience. Science shows that heat exposure raises what we call heat shock proteins, and those protect and repair your cells, basically. Cold exposure, on the other hand, activates brown fat and it reduces inflammation. Together, they form a very powerful 1-2 punch against aging. But here's the thing. These are bonuses. They are not foundations. They amplify your results only if you're already nailing the big things that we'll discuss here soon. So start simple. Finish your shower cold for 30 seconds or sit in a sauna twice a week. That's enough to get you started on your journey to being a very old grandpa. Point number 10, stress regulation. Most men think stress is the problem, but it's not. It's the inability to recover from it. Constant cortisol, which is your stress hormone, wrecks your sleep, it lowers your testosterone, and it ages your arteries faster than junk food. When I was in war, stress kept me alive. But after years of it, I watched my own health crash. Once I learned to downshift my nervous system daily, everything changed. Better sleep, lower blood pressure, sharper focus, and those oh so sweet abs started coming back into style again. Your stress response is tied to your vagus nerve. Deep breathing, meditation, and even walking outside reset that circuit. Do this for 5 minutes, and you tell your brain that you are safe and it can basically chill out. You need to build a short off switch ritual every day. Slow breathing before bed, a quiet morning walk, a few minutes of stillness. That's how you stop stress from silently aging you. If you want all of these goodies in one place, you can grab the Primeval Reverse Aging Guide for free down below. Point number 9, social connection. You can eat clean, lift heavy, and still age faster if you do it alone. Loneliness raises mortality risk as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That is actual science. Connection lowers cortisol, it steadies blood pressure, and it keeps your habits in check. When you surround yourself with people who move and eat and think the way you want to, you borrow their momentum. When I left the military, I lost that built-in brotherhood that I had. My health and my discipline slipped until I rebuilt that tribe. Training partners, other guys, men on the same mission as me. Everything started falling into place again. Social bonds regulate stress hormones, which protect every system tied to aging. You don't need dozens of friends, just a few good ones. We lived in tribes for most of human existence. It's time to find yours again. Point number 8, blood work optimization. You can't fix what you don't track. Most men wait until something breaks and then they get labs done, and by then you're already years behind. Blood work is like a dashboard. It tells you how your life's actually working under the hood. I work with men all the time who suddenly develop problems. But these problems had actually been there for years. Insulin resistance, inflammation, low testosterone, all of it would have been visible on blood work long before the symptoms hit. Early detection lets you course correct before the disease itself actually sets in. But labs reflect habits. They don't replace them. You can't supplement or medicate your way past poor sleep and junk food. Get a full panel yearly: glucose, insulin, lipids, thyroid, testosterone, liver enzymes, inflammation markers, etc. Then adjust your nutrition, your sleep, and your training around those numbers. Point number 7, nutrition quality. Everything you eat tells your cells how to age. Ultra processed food, it drives inflammation, it wrecks your mitochondria, and it scrambles your hormones. Whole nutrient dense foods does the complete opposite. It stabilizes your energy, it improves your recovery, and it keeps your metabolism young. When I cleaned up my diet after years of on the go ER shift and airport meals, my labs completely transformed. My energy got steady, my brain fog disappeared, and my sleep finally felt like actual sleep again. Poor diet, it triggers oxidative stress and blood sugar spikes, which accelerate every aging process we have. Quality food calms that decay. Focus on single ingredient foods: meat, eggs, fish, vegetables, fruit, olive oil. Nothing fancy. What worked 10,000 years ago still works today. No biohacks, no fad diets. Also, if you don't want to be a giant asshole today, tap the subscribe and thumbs up button down below. It takes you 2 seconds in exchange for an endless amount of free videos. Either way, I still love you. Point number 6, fasting and caloric control. You don't need to starve yourself to live longer, but you do need to stop eating like you're still 20. Fasting and mild calorie control activate repair pathways your body ignores when food is constant. Science shows that short fasting windows trigger autophagy, which is basically the cleanup process that removes damaged cells. Less damaged cells means slower aging. When I started compressing my eating windows, no snacks, dinner done early, my energy stabilized, digestion improved, and my blood sugar became very stable and steady throughout the day. The logic is simple: eat less often, not less food. Give your body time to repair between meals. When you are eating, your body has to dedicate a huge amount of energy toward digestion. When you're not digesting, it can focus on other important tasks. You can start this easy and just try a 12 to 14 hour overnight fast. Skip late night snacking, eat whole meals, and let your body do the work. Personally, I like to do occasional longer fasts of usually 42 to 72 plus hours to help my body reset and clean things up. Okay, I don't do this very often, maybe once a quarter or once every 6 months. Point number 5, protein intake. Muscle is your armor against aging. Lose it, and everything, including metabolism, hormones, energy, start collapsing. Protein is how you keep that armor intact. Yet most men over 40 eat like little toddlers, too little or too late in the day, and not enough protein. In medicine, frailty is one of the major factors that predicts how patients recover from illness or surgery. The men who lifted and ate enough protein, they bounce back pretty quick. The ones who didn't, they struggle to even stand up for months after they get surgery. Protein drives muscle repair and testosterone balance and metabolic rate. So aim for roughly 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of goal body weight daily, spaced throughout real meals. And then front load your day with protein, eggs, steak, fish, or whey. Just hit the target. You'll feel a difference immediately, and you'll see a difference in the mirror within a few weeks. Point 4, zone 2 cardio. This is the cardio made for fat loss and longevity. Zone 2 cardio is basically a steady effort where you can still talk, but you couldn't sing. It helps build the mitochondria that power every cell in your body. More mitochondria means more energy and slower aging. Zone 2 cardio also allows me to easily stay below 15% body fat, keep my blood pressure down, and enjoy the outdoors with my wife. It improves fat oxidation, insulin sensitivity, and cardiovascular health. It is the foundation under every other type of training. So do 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. Walk briskly, bike, row, hike uphill. If your heart rate's usually between 120 and 140, you're probably in the right range. Also, I have an entire course I built that will show you step by step how to develop a mindset to crush any goal you have, a body to impress every soccer mom out there. The link is down below. Now we're getting into the real ones. Point number 3, resistance training. If there is one thing that separates the men who age well from those who fade, it is strength. Resistance training doesn't just build muscle, It slows nearly every marker of aging. Science shows lifting boosts testosterone, insulin sensitivity, and bone density. It protects joints, posture, and even memory through hormonal balance. This is like the ultimate anti-frailty protocol, and it's a key marker for longevity. 3 sessions a week of compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, press, pull, things like that are plenty. Your goal is consistent improvements over time in the gym. Stay strong, stay young. Point number 2, sleep optimization. You can outtrain and outdiet a lot of things, but you can't outtrain bad sleep. Lose even one night and testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin are all in the toilet. Do that for years, and you will age twice as fast. Those who work night shifts age significantly faster than day shift workers, and they take years off of their lives. That's why they tend to get paid more. They are sacrificing years of life for money. The science backs it up. Deep sleep drives cellular repair, memory, and hormonal balance. It's when your body literally rebuilds itself. So, get sunlight early, avoid screens an hour before bed, keep your room cool and dark, and go to bed within the same 30-minute window nightly. Sleep is free hormone therapy. Use it as such. And finally, to point number 1, sunlight and circadian rhythm. This is the switch that makes everything else work. Your circadian rhythm controls hormone timing, metabolism, sleep, gene expression, etc. The sunlight is the reset button that you should be flipping every day. Skip morning light, and your body runs off schedule. Poor sleep, low testosterone, slower recovery. When I started getting 10 minutes of sunlight within an hour of waking, energy and my moods both shot up. Anxiety and depression disappeared. My sleep improved without supplements, and my training recovery significantly shortened. Natural lights set cortisol and melatonin cycles, keeping your body clock synced how it should be. No pill can replace that. So, get outside early, skip sunglasses for the first hour, and expose your eyes and your skin to real daylight. On the opposite end, at night, dim lights and avoid screens. That one habit anchors every system to longevity. So, if you want to slow aging, don't start with supplements. Start with sunrise. Remember, grab your free reverse aging guide below and watch this video next if you want to learn how to double your testosterone to lose fat fast. Until next time, keep moving.